Hello, we're back. In episode 46, I said we'd be talking about the Invader ports of 5 different 70s and 80s 8-bit arcade machines, including Atari vector graphics hardware, programmed in C using the 8-bit Workshop web-based IDE from Stephen Hugg, and his accompanying books. This IDE is amazing. It supports all these different systems and has a built-in code editor that automatically compiles your code and keeps it live in the emulator that's paired with whatever system you're currently working on. It's free to use and even has seamless integration with GitHub. You can also purchase Stephen's books by clicking on this link up here. I use this one here to create these arcade games. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one, the Midway 8080, circa 1975 to 1980. It used an Intel 8080 CPU, has 8K of RAM, and has sprite support. That's why I decided to create the official sprites for this version. Sorry I didn't create any sound in this one. Next, we'll take a look at the VIC Dual. Circa 1977 to 1981, it uses a Z80 CPU clocked at 1.934 MHz and had 8K of RAM. I created in a track mode like you'd expect from an arcade machine of this era. We can insert a coin, then press start. This is a tile-based system like some of the other crude systems I've created Invader on, which means that the characters are 8 by 8 pixels and have to move in 8 pixel increments. That's why it doesn't look so smooth, and also my sound effects are awful, but it works. Now we'll move on to the Galaxian hardware version, mostly used by Namco circa 1979 to 1984. You can see it comes with this cool scrolling background. It uses a Z80 CPU clocked at 3.072 MHz and also has sprite support. It's capable of much better sound, but I'm just awful at programming them. Now for my favorite version in this episode, the Atari Vector hardware version, circa 1979 to 1985. It used a Motorola 6502 or 6809 with some additional hardware for drawing lines and doing 3D transforms. I couldn't draw the score and lives on the screen with the rest of the graphics, as it was too much flicker. So I opted for when you get hit, you get an update, and then you can press start to continue. Also, as you can hear, there's no sound. I'm going to show you how I created the vector-based invaders using Blender. First I texture mapped a couple polygons with the Invader sprites. And then I sort of decided how I was going to create my vectors based on that. So this is one of them, and this is the other one. So if we hide the two planes and just look at the sprites, you can see what I came up with. You have to keep the polygon count way down for the vectors in order to keep a decent frame rate on this old hardware. At least if you're programming it in C, I'm sure that in assembly language you can pull off quite a bit more. The last one, Williams hardware, was my least favorite to port Invader to, circa 1980 to 1986. Also a Motorola 6809 based machine with 32K of RAM. This one had the most RAM of all 5 machines, but I just kept running out of memory or doing something wrong. So I only got the Invader exploding and returning to the center of the screen. There is no scoring, and the Invader's not firing, and so of course, oh, actually he is firing, but I'm not getting hit by his shot, so that's pretty much as far as I took it. So next episode I will be showing a port of Invader to the NES, otherwise known as the Nintendo Entertainment System, in C using the CC65-6502 C compiler and Notepad++ for editing. That about wraps up episode 47 of my journey in game programming. Please like and subscribe and leave any comments or suggestions you may have that could make these a better experience. Until then, bye. I'll talk to you next time.